Right, well, here we are again with another massive weekend around the corner for Leeds. It's a must-win for both Wolverhampton and Leeds United, of course. Injury update. Usually, Gracia doesn't let any information out about injuries or who's on the injury table. This is very unusual what Leeds have done this week. Usually they keep injuries under wraps. In the case of Tyler Adams, they've done the complete opposite and announced it a good few days before the Wolverhampton Wanderers game. I often wonder if Premier League clubs are a little bit guilty of doing that, keeping their star players in the club, stopping them from joining their national team. In this case it's the USMNT, and the idea being that they don't go overseas and sustain a longer term injury than the news conference that they're putting out, or the statement that they're putting out, claiming that the player has been injured. If that's so, it's a little bit of a shame for the player. However, it is Leeds United who are paying the salaries, paying the wages, etc., and I'm not so sure the Team USA game is that important, so I assume that the club has actually prioritised or spoken with Tyler Adams and letting them know that we don't really want you going on the USMNT tour, and we'd rather you stay here in Leeds. Indeed, the USMNT fixtures are Granada on the 25th of March and then on El Salvador on the 28th of March. Don't be surprised if the club announces something wrong with Aronson or McKennie after this particular match. You heard it here first. Wolverhampton Wanderers this season. Following on from a really controversial game up at Newcastle, Wolverhampton Wanderers will be hoping that their luck changes against Leeds, and they'll also be hoping that the decisions made by the referee are perhaps a little bit more justifiable and a little bit fairer in their favour. Leeds, on the other hand, will also be hoping the same, that we're going to get an even run against Wolverhampton. We're not going to have a referee who's going to be intimidated by the home crowd, because it will be an intimidating atmosphere. We're also hoping for a fair VAR decision review process should any incidents occur on the pitch. Wolves were unbeaten against Leeds between 2017 and 2021, winning 5 and drawing 1. However, they have lost their past 2 games against Leeds, and prior to this, Leeds have earned 4 points from their previous 3 Premier League games under Gracia, winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 1. As many points as they had won in the previous 10 games before his arrival, winning 0, drawing 4 and losing 6. We are winless in the past 7 matches away from home, losing 5 and drawing 2. So it's all to play for both teams. As for lineups, Diego Costa didn't make it out for Wolverhampton last time. Let's hope that he also takes an extended break against Leeds, because he, in his prime, was an absolutely fantastic player for Chelsea and wherever else he's been over the years. He's ageing a little bit now, and perhaps he's struggling a little bit in the Premier League through injuries or not doing so well in training. But the other players to note for Wolverhampton are quite numerous. They did match Newcastle during that game. They were really, really good, and how they ended up losing that match is beyond me. I thought they definitely deserved a point, and probably 3. The man of the match was actually Ruben Neves for Wolverhampton. And their players did really, really well. Hwang Chan came on from the bench, and this is a player from South Korea. He's actually played in the Champions League when he was at Salzburg, and he's actually played alongside Al Haaland. So a player of some real top pedigree, and we're going to have to be really careful if this guy starts for Wolverhampton, because he's going to be playing down the left hand side and attacking the same sort of areas of the pitch where Luke Ayling is likely to be. Other players to note that could cause us trouble are Traore, Podence, Jimenez and Pedro Neto. Those are 4 really dynamic, really good pressing type players for Wolverhampton, so we're going to have to keep a close eye on them. making sure that they don't manage to somehow turn our defence and get our midfield overrun during this particular match. It's something that they seem to have done quite well against Newcastle, although rather be it unsuccessfully. At the time of recording this video, Gracia has just finished his press conference. There's not really that much to report, not much given away as usual. Stuart Dallas is still an injury problem for Leeds. No sign of him returning at all in the immediate future. And of course the Tyler Adams hamstring problem. Gracia said that the doctor and he haven't spoken at this moment, and he's due to speak to the doctor tomorrow about the severity of this hamstring injury, which makes me even more suspicious that it is some plot by Leeds United to keep the star players at Elland Road and stop them from gallivanting off on international duty. Well, it's looking like it's all to play for Leeds at the weekend. I am optimistic of 3 points, quietly confident actually. I think we're going to go there and sneak a win. I was very impressed with what we did and how we went about the business against Brighton, of course Southampton, and of course the way the manager somehow seems to keep collecting the points for Leeds. If you like this video and you want to see more Leeds United content, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and give it a little thumbs up and set your notifications to all, and you'll be notified each time I do a watch along or upload any kind of video or short. All the very best for the rest of the week remaining, marching on together to Saturday. Let's hope for a Leeds United win at Molineux. Have a great day.